Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So a while back I bought this vacuum cleaner for my workshop to do general tidying up and a bit of dust collection. So in this video I'll be doing an unboxing, testing and a review of this Einhell 18v cordless vacuum. So in this video you will see mostly the 1815 model being used. Later on I decided to buy the 1820 model. The tops are almost the same, if not identical as far as I know. There are just a few differences down at the bottom here, and I'll go through that at the end of the video. So here is the Einhell 18v cordless 15 litre shop vacuum cleaner. I recently bought this in a deal and it came with a battery and a charger. So if you're going to buy one of these, just check whether or not it comes with a battery or a charger, because they're sold as bare units. So on the box it tells you that it's 18 volts, and the best performance to get with this machine is with a 2.5 amp hour or over battery. So stay away from the 2 amp hour or less, stick with 2.5 or above. It has 150 centimeter by 36 millimeter hose, 80 M bar, I'm not sure if that's pressure, 15 litre tub capacity. It has a blue filter and blowing function, so quite a simple machine, a simple shop vac with a filter, and it's cordless. It comes with these various accessories. There's the blue filter there, there's a foam type filter for if you want to suck up liquid. So this machine will suck liquid too, but you have to take the bag out, take the blue filter out, and then add this black filter, and I will look at that later on. It comes with a bag, and then the different attachments what you'd usually get with a vacuum, and then the long pipe. So on the back of the box there's some useful illustrations. There's one that shows you where the battery goes in under the cover at the top. It shows you that you can add the accessories around areas on the vacuum here. It has a carry handle, it's mobile, it comes with casters. Here's the blow function, and you might want to use it to vacuum out your car. And of course this works with the 1-for-all power exchange battery range. So here's the Hoover Vacuum out of the box. I've attached the pipe on the front, that attaches easily, and one of the accessories that goes on the end. The pipe isn't the best quality, I've had better, but it's okay. The unit itself is absolutely fine, nothing to say about that. It's nice and lightweight, a convenient size I think, not too big, not too small. It's got a carry handle on the top here, and I've pushed on the casters. Bear in mind they're quite hard to get on. Mine were quite stiff, I had to use quite a lot of force to get the casters on, but they're nice and secure now, so that's all good. And you get these accessories that you'd usually get with a vacuum, the pipes and the different heads. And here is the filter. If you want to suck up water, you add this foam mesh over the filter and remove the bag and the fabric filter, and it also has the manual. Here's a closer look at that pipe I was talking about. It's quite plasticky, as you can see, quite lightweight and plasticky. The on and off switch, nice on and off switch. I've already got a battery in here. I'll show you the compartment where you put the battery in. So this is the back of the vac. There's areas where you can add accessories on here. You can push them on to these little grooved areas here to store them. Here is where the air is pushed out of the unit, and there's some foam mesh in there to prevent a lot of dust coming back into the room. There's like a door, plastic door that lifts up, and you can put the battery in here. I've got a 4 amp hour battery in at the moment, and it's on full power, so that should give me, I'm thinking, at least 20 minutes or so of hoovering time. And the unit moves around nicely on its casters, as you can see. And here is the vacuum with all the accessories added to those areas I mentioned earlier. So you can keep everything in one place. So I'll just turn on the vacuum so that you can hear how loud it is. So I don't have anything to test the volume level, but it's quite comfortable. It's not too loud in my opinion. So recently I decided to do a little bit of an upgrade. This is the 1815 that you've seen in the video, and this is the 1820 model, and that number difference refers to the capacity here. So this has got a 15 litre capacity and this one has a 20 litre capacity, and I decided to buy this one for a few reasons. I'm not keen on how the casters are so close to the body, and it's kind of easier for this to tip over sometimes when you're pulling on that rigid pipe. It doesn't flex too much, it's quite stiff, and it can just knock the machine over sometimes. That's what I've found anyway. This one has the casters, as you can see, away from the body, so there's like a bigger surface area here, so there's a lot less chance of this one falling over. Also, it's got that bigger capacity, so you don't have to cram the bag in as tightly. It's got more space to work with, and I also prefer the look of the metal body on this one. I think the tops are identical as far as I know. Another difference is that the filters are different. This one has like a fabric filter, and this one has a rigid filter that can be cleaned out. And also this one comes with an extra accessory, which is this one here, a brush head, and the 15 doesn't. And there's a few other small differences too, but they're very similar. So I'll leave my Amazon associate links to both of these models in the description box if you're interested in checking them out, and if you buy through my link I'll receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. Okay, so that is about it then for this video. So I've been using this for several months now. I filled up the bag completely and I found it to be very useful in the workshop. It's great if you've got a messy desk with loads of sawdust on it. For example, after I've been using the drill press, there tends to be a lot of chips around, and you can just get this and suck them all up quite easily. It's great for that. It's good for the odd little bit of dust collection on your circular saw, jigsaw, or your sander, that sort of thing. Battery life is dependent on the battery that you put in here. I've been using it with a 4 amp hour battery and it's been working great. I've been getting, I don't know, around the half an hour mark on and off with the 4 amp hour battery, that sort of thing. So it's not good for prolonged periods of use, but it's good to turn on, quickly tidy up and then turn off again. It's small, compact, so if you've got a small workshop, it's ideal. I love the fact that it's cordless, it's easy to move around. There's a few little niggles. I'm not keen on the casters because where they're positioned, they're quite like in line with the body, so it tends to be quite easy to sort of knock it over. If you hit something on the floor, a little step or a little, if you haven't got a perfectly flat floor, you might just hit something small, and these casters tend to sort of tip. So it would have been good if they come out a little bit from the body. but it's not too bad. The pipe is a little bit plasticky and it can get a bit irritating sometimes. It doesn't flex nicely, it's a bit rigid. So there's also that. And it only has like a cloth filter in there. It doesn't have a nice robust filter. So as you can see, the 1815 model has this flimsier cloth bag or filter, and that's more reliant on the paper bag for protection. So most of the dust gets in the paper bag before it gets to here. So if you use it without the paper bag, this would get clogged up very quickly, and it's not really cleanable. It would kind of deteriorate quickly. And then the 1820 model has this much more robust filter that you can remove, clean out and put back. So there's a bit more of a filtration here, and it would probably last longer because it is cleanable. But bearing in mind the price and the sort of market it's going for the general purpose sort of weekend DIYer, you want to tidy up a bit, you want a nice light little cordless vacuum so that you don't have to have a cable running through. I think it's a nice little invention. It's cool, I like it. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.